Um, yeah. So today I did an ELO test online, which is I think you can see that. Wait, I think yeah, and I got a rating of 1946. So yeah, I'm not really sure if that's entirely accurate, but it kind of made me want to do uh some tactics instead of like playing a game. So yeah, I think I might just do that. Um, I don't think I've really done any tactics on uh, Lichess, so for me this is going to be like I don't know, what kind of level it is. I think on chess.com I'm, somewhere around 1300 for tactics. Okay. Alrighty. So already I can see that there's a trick of take the rook when he recaptures. Then I can take this knight here. And then it also defends this rook here. Yeah, I think that must be it. Good. No! That failed? Oh, probably actually because yeah, and then you take the rook again, because I think the problem is that your queen could be overburdened on this b3 square, so alright, continue. So I think the reason why I did so well in the ELO meter test thingy, actually I can close that now as well, is like pretty much I spent like 2 hours doing 73 or 76 puzzles, which I mean, like usually when I'm doing tactics I'm a lot so I have done tactics before, and this is alright, so this is probably looking at my like scores, I think this is probably around about where I'm at, maybe. Or maybe I've improved recently. Anyway. So if I'm black... just trying to like have a look at some weaknesses. Okay. So obviously... take the rook. If he recaptures, I can recapture with the knight. So he's probably gonna have to move the queen, and then where can he move the queen to? There? No, that's not very good, because then I just take this rook. Okay, so probably here. The problem is with this is so I think he can't take, can he? And then if I recapture, he takes again. No, you can't do that. Yeah, see also the problem is with this, with like being white in this position, is that once eventually one of my major pieces hits the back rank, which obviously I'm not going to do unless there's none of your none of the white major pieces that can capture is that this bishop's going to have to come and defend mate, which is also going to leave it, you know, which is also just going to leave the knight here uncovered. So I'm just going to go ahead and go rook takes b8. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I can't see. Yep. Oh, okay. Now, I mean, damn. Do I want to take this rook or queen? Yeah, I kind of have to take the queen here. I mean, surely. Yep, okay. That wasn't very hard. Okay. All right, so it's white. Okay, so straight away I think take the rook, they recapture, I take the bishop, leaving me just up in material. That has to be it. And then that's got a tempo on their rook, allowing me to defend this pawn as well afterwards. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Yeah. Just before I go ahead. Okay, that one was really easy as well. And probably like most of the people who watch this are going to be like, I know like these are pretty easy, and the level of tactics that I'm at is pretty easy, but you know, yeah, so probably a lot of the people, if anyone's watching this, they're probably just going to be like, you know, thinking that this is pretty easy, which it is, really. Okay, first thing that comes to mind is a clearance sacrifice. So knight there. Then what do I imagine? You can't just take the knight, otherwise I take the rook, which isn't like so bad, but it's still winning material, I think. So you go, if I go here, rook takes e8, queen takes e8, and then I guess bishop takes f4. So that way the queen can't. Yeah, alright, I don't think that really works. Maybe there's something with tempo on the queen. I'm wondering. Oh, it's cool. You can actually see how everything got here. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Anyway, what does black want to do? Probably. I mean, what does white want to do? I wonder. It's actually pretty interesting how this has come from an actual game. Yeah, I'm really like obviously I'm missing something in this one, but I'm kind of a little bit stumped. I'm just trying to look. So any checks on the king? None. Where is their attention? Obviously e6. The knight's kind of like semi-pinned, but it's not, nothing concrete. So, white's got a couple of attackers on the f5 square. Black has only one defender, which probably means that a pawn push is not the way to go. Yeah, these ones are like I kind of if I could actually see, the beginning of the tactic maybe, but this is just like I think a matter of like experience, being able to see tactics, unless it's I don't know if these are all like tactical, like like sequences where you actually gain a tangible advantage, not just positional, but I mean like either mate or material, or whether it's like some of them are just positional, just little one turn. Like what would you do here? So I'm not actually sure, like which of those it is. Maybe there's both. But for me, I know I'm probably missing something, but look, I know I'm probably wrong, but yeah, okay. Ah, what? Ah, foolish, really foolish. Yeah. See, obviously, yeah, this is winning material here. All right, yeah. So I was pretty close with taking this pawn. I didn't. Yeah, I just didn't think about the having tempo on the queen. Yeah. Anyway, that was pretty bad. Let's try it again. So immediately, I think here, to take the knight. If he recaptures, take the bishop. But if I take the knight, then he takes my bishop, then recapture with the rook. Yeah, I can't really see anything else. Just two pieces for a rook, I think. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, that one was pretty easy. I feel like I should have gotten the last one. Ugh. Anyway. Alright, well I can see here one sequences. Yeah, knight to b5, threatening. Alright, so yeah, attack on the queen, obviously. the queen's probably going to want to stay like in arm's reach of the c7 square, otherwise the knight can then fork. So I guess queen b6. So yeah, so knight to b5, queen to b6, and then I mean, somewhere like this has got to be it, and then I guess, yeah, this isn't really viable. Going bishop e3, again hitting the queen because she can just take. But then I can just take, and then I guess king to d8, I take the rook, but then how do I get my knight back? Oh, wait, there's also, as opposed to knight to b5, well, really knight to anywhere, because it's a discovered attack on the queen. So I wonder, it's not really any undefended pieces. Say knight to d5, same deal. And then bishop to e3, because the knight's defended. The bishop's defended by the knight, and then what can you do against that? Alright, let me see if okay. Terrible. Alright. Continue. Alright. So white took a pawn. And I'm just thinking that's a kind of a cool imbalance of material here. Okay. Okay, so if I go knight to a5, then these are the squares that are covered. And then the bishop also covers these squares. And then this knight here also covers these squares. Rook covers this square. Meaning that the queen has probably only 2 squares to go to, which is this square and here. It's fine though, I think. I mean, I can't really see anything tangible. And usually with like tactics, you can at least kind of like smell it. Like you can smell that there's something good, as opposed to just, I mean, because you can just analyze, every, just pushing around the queen for 10 or so moves, but it's just a waste of time. So rook to d4, and then yeah, rook to d4, queen back to b5 probably, otherwise the knight dies, and then rook to b4. Then where can she go? Ah, she gets trapped. Okay, let me try this. Yeah, nice. Alright, white to play. Okay, so obviously he's threatening my bishop. But the bishop can't move because it's pinned to the queen. However, so what if I just go rook to g3? What's he got? Has to defend the mate threat. And on on g6, if he pushes the pawn, if I take, what about just a queen sack? He takes. That almost works, I think. Almost, kind of. Just queen takes g7, king takes, only move. Rook to g3, check, and obviously the pawns are covering these two squares. These are covered by the rook that's checking. That's where it ends though, I think. Okay. Oh wait, rook to g3. Pawn up, I think, is almost like the only way to defend mate. So pawn to g6. If queen takes, pawn takes, rook takes, it's check. Yeah, then just king to f7. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. What about, have I got anything that attacks the queen? or just simply, okay, so if the rook takes this bishop, really, I can just recapture. This one's a hard one. Okay. I want to have a look at rook g3 again. Pawn. Takes with pawn. And then rook g3. g6. H takes g6, threatening a discovery, has to defend the discovery. Yeah, I think this kind of, I think this might work. Yeah, see, the problem is I can't really see it. Yeah, that also defends mate. Now, how do I lose the least amount of material here? Yeah, I didn't even see this. However, I think, so obviously, if I take, he takes. This one's tricky, because if I just take the queen, he takes my queen, and then I take his rook. So I win a rook, but if I go g7, he takes g7, then I can take g7 with my rook with check. Only move is queen to h8, and then I can take f7. Yeah, this is a hard one. No, I think the easiest way is to just simply take the queen with the bishop. Then when he captures my queen, just take his rook, leaving me, a rook up. Yeah. Yeah, that's good because like any other isn't really super clear, at least not to me, so yeah. Alright, what was that? Okay, so queen takes pawn. So obviously he's offering a queen trade here. But also threatening mate. However, there's a rook hanging with check, so I can go. And then, yeah, so queen takes with check. And then, yeah, I think this is working because so if I go queen takes with check, obviously can't move to these three squares. If he moves to this one, then I can come and check him with my bishop. So if he moves to, I have to say the actual square, if he moves to c8 after my queen check, then bishop f5, so bishop to f5, another check, wins a queen by discovery, meaning, and if he obviously moves here after, queen takes, then I just take another rook with check. And then, so really, yeah, that's kind of bad for him. I don't know if I get checkmate, but let's do it. Yep, okay, yep. Yeah, okay, there was always that. But still, I think this wins. Yeah, and then bishop, check, winning a queen. Yeah, that's good. All right. So yeah, I've done alright on the last few. I don't know if I take ages with them though. I wonder how long the stream's been going for so far. Let me check. It's been going for, I don't know how to check. 31 minutes. That's not too bad. All right. So black to move. So already I can see I can take this pawn. Only move. King to g1. Rook takes. Rook to g2. I wonder if there's mate here somehow. Wait. So rook 4 takes h2. King g1. Rook to g2, being like rook a to g2. King has to move away again. Then rook back to a2. He's got one move, which he has no good checks. And I'm threatening it would be the rook on h2 to h1 checkmate. So yeah, let's go with that because I think that has to be. Nope. Okay. All right. Wonder what the solution was. Oh. Okay. Winning a rook. I thought there was mate there. Anyway. Okay, so I think I already know this one. Just knight to d3 with check. No way he can stop that with the queen. Queen takes queen. Yep. Okay. Okay, so this knight is pinned. It's being attacked 3 times. So obviously, you know, he's looking pretty not so good. So if it was black's move, black would probably go bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes. Or no, yeah, knight takes probably first. That way, if I take, then bishop can take, winning a rook. If not, then they just retreat the knight, and they're just up a knight with check. So how to stop this? Just add another defender. So say if queen to c2, then knight takes, queen takes, queen takes with check. Okay, and then they win a rook. Can I just castle? Yeah, I think just castling is fine. Nope. Why though? Rip. Yeah, okay. That was just silly. Alright, alright. Yeah, okay, so I should have gotten that one. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. This is the thing, this is the kind of things that I can miss. Although, look, my session hasn't really been too bad so far. You know, I've got probably more wins than I have losses on the little tactics thing. So I can see... Yep, so queen takes knight. Only way to yeah. Yeah, so I just get a free knight here. Alright. Also, so this one's pretty easy. Like some of these, like really thematic ideas, which is basically just like remove the defender kind of things. Like for example, the defender of d7. So yeah. Okay. That's a nice way to do it. Yeah, they can throw you curveball still. Now I think I can just take this knight for free, or this bishop. If I take this, if I take the bishop, then he takes my bishop. Then I can take his rook, but not for free. So it would be a matter of, if I take the knight, then I win a whole piece. If I take the bishop, then I just win an exchange. Plus, then he has a pesky knight here. You know, just. So I think just take the knight. Yeah. Still winning a piece. Yeah, that's good. I'd like to get to 1800 and then I'll stop. If I can, yeah. Okay, so immediately I can see this check here. Then just take this bishop, maybe. Is that all? That's the tactic. Seems like a pretty easy tactic. No. So if I go queen to a5 check, he defends the check with the knight. But then I can just take it with the pawn. Yeah. So it does work. Yeah, and then just take it with the pawn. Yeah. I could also, I could almost, like, so obviously he has to do something about this pawn. I hope it lets me keep going. Oh, well, what would they do here? Yeah, I guess castle. Yeah, because there's even, if white isn't careful here, there's even more tactics with, you know, just c takes b with the discovered check. But I mean, yeah, who's gonna fall for that? I mean, I've probably fallen for it, like, but okay. So this bishop is almost hanging if I can get the queen to move. But how to do that without also just giving away my bishop. Okay, so, oh wait, yep, so bishop takes, then if queen takes, then rook takes, then if rook takes, then queen takes, leaving me up a bishop. Yep, okay. Oh no, leaving me up more than a bishop, because, yeah. Alright, so I think just, or alternatively, yeah, I think if rook takes here, it's probably best. Even though there could be ideas of this bishop hanging, I think there's more here. I think it's time to be greedy. Alright, so if rook takes, if the queen moves, rook takes again with check. Yeah. And if the queen doesn't move, if the queen takes the rook, then I can take with the bishop, winning a queen for a bishop and a rook. Is that worth it? Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah. And what do I want to take with now? Because obviously, if I take with the bishop, yeah, he's not going to take with the rook, because then, yeah, that just ends up worse. But if I take with the queen, then he takes with the rook. So I think just takes with the bishop. But the computer might kind of think that it wants more material off the board because I now have, I think, a material advantage. Yeah, no, alright, so I did it right. Okay. Alright. There's always more. Yeah. I mean, if I just ditch, there's really not much I can do. If I just ditch this bishop, I'm still, yeah, I'm not up material, am I? No. Oh wait, I could go f4. Yeah, f4 looks good. Okay. And then just king moves to h1 because I still can't defend. Yeah. Oh, good. Oh. That one was a lot longer than I thought. Okay, so one more puzzle and then I'm 1800. So yeah, I think because I haven't done tactics in a while, I've gotten maybe a little bit stronger, which is kind of good to know. Okay, so immediately I see that I can take this rook. Bishop takes is the only sensible move. And then bishop takes. Best is probably just take with queen, meaning I get, I just win an exchange here, so I get, essentially I think a rook for a bishop. Yeah, okay. That wasn't so bad. Yeah, so I think a lot of these are kind of straightforward, and then some of them I just munt out, and that's the problem with being, because obviously, like, I'm pretty low rated and pretty inexperienced. I've been playing chess for maybe, like, seriously for, a couple months, like, in, like, club level, or, like, playing in a club. And so just general lack of experience means that a lot of tactics that, even though if I actually saw them, I could, figure it out, I just miss them. Even in, like, tactics, like doing this. But anyway, that's not really any bother, because, that's why I'm doing it, so. Alright. Okay. Yeah, so king to f8 was to defend a back rank mate, but did it defend it adequately enough? Is the question. So I know I can win this pawn with bishop to e4. Tempo on the bishop. He moves. He has no sensible check. But is there better? I could also... Oh wait, I could go... Bishop c5, threatening mate. And how can he stop that? I don't think he can. Should I take a moment to double check? Yeah, I can't really see how he's stopping that, so... Yeah, give up the rook. Not very good. Alright, that's enough. I'm going to stop the stream, and then stream again, start up a new stream in a couple minutes, just once I have something to eat. And I'll just play like a slower time format game. I'm going to try and go for something like 30 minutes, just because even playing like 15-15, I just don't have enough time to calculate comfortably, and I think when I play at my club, we usually do something along the lines of an hour and a half plus 30 seconds. And I have plenty of time, and honestly, with a really slow time format like that, it's just with a really slow time format like that, I'm honestly, I play a lot better, but really quick, I think I can solve this tactic. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, thanks for watching, my friends.